Welcome back to Project Sacrifice. This is episode 2 of my series of this Minecraft mod pack. I am Teddy Mindwe, and welcome. Um, Last episode, we got through the early stages of the mod pack, getting dirt, cobble, gravel, wood, and starting to work our way towards our Tier 3 Blood Altar. Today we are almost definitely sticking solely to create and getting our base resources here. And to start all that, we are going to need andesite alloy. Andesite alloy is andesite and refined radiance. I don't think I can make refined radiance. So we're going to go with the next best thing, which is andesite in a blood altar using 250 LP. So, it's a lot of life essence, but is a pretty quick way to get andesite alloy. Um, so let's throw some andesite in here. All right, now that we have some andesite alloy, we can do a few things. Um, it says it leads directly into the iron block. Um, I'm not sure how that works. Probably something with blood magic here. Okay, so block of andesite alloy is put into blood altar, 3,250 LP to make a block of iron. That's a pretty easy way to make a block of iron. We can also make a water wheel using a shaft and some oak, some planks, and a shaft is to andesite alloy. So we'll use 2 andesite alloy to make the shaft, and then make a block of andesite alloy. And you might ask, well, what does the shaft do? Well, the shaft allows us to create water wheels, which, if you're new to create, water wheels are your early game energy source for the pack, for the mod. You pour flowing water, and it will power all your stuff slowly, and you can't have too many machines hooked up to it, but it will power uh, your create machines. So, and there's water wheels and large water wheels. Large water wheels uh, create a little bit more power, but they're also a little bit larger, and as you can see, use more resources. So we're gonna take some more of our planks. We're gonna take the water wheels, and I think to start, 4 large water wheels will be enough. Um, as you can see, we can place them down here, and they are very large. Um, but let's I'm gonna make myself some tools just to make things a little bit easier. Um, and so, ooh, interesting. Um, the best way to set these up, I believe, is like this. But as you can see, it's clipping in the ground, so we want to go up one more. And I actually want to go out away a little bit further. And then when I got one, I can just place them on each other. What'll probably end up happening is I'm going to be doing blood magic here, and I'll have all of the create stuff lead over this way and create a big platform over here, which means this is in the way, because to power everything, I need to connect shafts and the other implements up onto here, which includes gears and other things. So as you can see in here, we have a sifter, which we can waterlog to get certain things. We got mechanical press to crush things, and most importantly, make lightning charges, which lightning charges help to create glowstone, I believe. Yes. So it's a lengthy process, but as we are here, we need to get up to 3,500, was it? 3,250 LP for this andesite alloy to turn into an iron block. What I will do here is... What did I just do there? I don't know what I did. Did I change its... Oh, I changed what wood type it is. I didn't know you could do that. That's really cool. You see, you learn new things every day. Oh, and it didn't even take a block from me. That's very interesting. Right now we don't have the materials to spare, so we're going to leave this floating. But now I can get on top of this, and it makes it ease of access for me to place the water. Which we can get right after we get this iron. So as you can see up top, it takes a little bit of time to drain the blood and fill the thing, and that's what the speed runes can help with, is speeding that up. So I've not got far enough in the mod pack to where I've needed speed runes. So I'm not sure at what point. I'm not sure if I can like automate it or what goes on that way. But now we have a block of iron, which we can easily break down into more iron and make our bucket, which I believe is putting the bucket in the blood altar. We fill a bucket with blood and it gives us water for some reason. But if you've ever played Minecraft before, you know one bucket is not enough. You need more than one bucket. Oops. That was a mistake. Well, at least we know what happens when you fall off. It's not instant death and lose all your items. It's, you loop back onto the map, which is cool. I think we also have a gravestone mod on, so I don't even... I won't lose any items. Though I do think it's possible for me to have a gravestone at, say, the bottom of the world, so it becomes very difficult to get to. But let's hope that doesn't happen. we're gonna create some slabs here to create a temporary infinite water source. We can make a better one somewhere else, but at the current moment, we need to get this second bucket of water, fill it up, and have an infinite water source. Then we can come up here. We can pour it on the side, and now we're creating. And you can see they're all hooked up, so they're all spinning together. But since only one of them is... Ooh, that's not good. Since only one of them is a... has water, only one of them is creating torque, is creating power. The rest are just visually going along for the ride. And so I need to get water on all of these. The area that I am placing them. I'm intentionally placing them in such a way to where something like this doesn't happen. Oh, okay. I need to pull all of this up because now it's being funky. I don't know how this ended up happening. I don't know where this last source block is. Ah, there it is. Oh. Oh no, I think I lost a... I think I lost a water wheel. That's not good. Alright, let's make another water wheel, I guess. We do need to break down some more of these logs. Looks like we'll probably need to make some more in a moment here. But let's see if we can get this working. Let's instead of going all over the place, let's start from one side to the other, so if we make a mistake, we can pick it up and it won't be an infinite water source. And there we go. The reason I did it this way is because if I placed it directly in the center, it would start flowing to both sides, which is unreliable and also floods my whole platform. So this now goes off the edge. If I'm close to it and I fall off, I can catch myself in the water. But now we have water wheels producing us power. One of the first things that we will need is a encased fan, using iron and andesite casing, which is you put a log on the ground, right-click it with an axe to make it a stripped, and then you right-click with an andesite alloy, and it becomes andesite casing. The fans are really great because they, you set them up and they blow air, and so they'll blow items and such, and you can use it in that way. But what we'll be using it for is we will be putting lava and water in front of the fan so that it blows through that, and it's able to clean or cook or do stuff with other objects. So as you can see here, the they throw in an iron and it gets cooked smelted into uh, into the thing, into their respective bars. Fire, water. I think soul fire works for that. Um, it's quite a useful block, especially in this mod pack. But looks like our next thing is brass essence, which of course, iron nugget in a blood altar. Brass essence, we need 8 of them to create 4 brass ingots. And as we can see, we can peer into the future a little bit, and in the bio lab, in the biomancy mod pack, we will be able to, looks like we'll be able to make it maybe a little bit easier. So, or use it for a different purpose, to make, looks like aluminum essence. I wonder if that's a required step, but here's the bio lab, and well, we'll have to see when we get there. But brass essence, we break down 1 iron nugget, or iron ingot into an iron nugget. We have the space to do, we have the blood, the life essence to do 8, to do a few of these, but not all 8 that we need. So we will have to... Oop. My soul became too weak. So, as you can see, yes, I can die from using it too much. And as you can see, we do have waypoints on. And I'm probably going to remove... I don't think there's much use for waypoints. I might even... I might look into turning that off in future updates, future videos, so we don't, in certain scenarios, don't fill up the screen and the game with waypoints. But we need to make brass, because brass is used to make the sifter, specifically the brass mesh, which uses 1 brass ingot and some sticks. The sifter uses oak planks, andesite casing, stone, but in our case it's going to be an andesite, and a cogwheel, which we haven't seen yet, but is another crucial part of the Create mod pack. The cogwheels come in 2 sizes, this small size that you see here, and the large size that you see here. You can gear up and gear down using the right gears. As you can see, it doubles, but if you switch it, it halves. So you have to go small into large. A good way to think about it is this small gear is the large gear is turning fewer times around than the smaller gear is. So if the smaller gear is turning 2 times in a second, for example, it's much faster than that, but say 2 times in a second, the large cogwheel is only going to turn 1 time, in 1 full turn in a second. So you can use that to gear up by doing what they have shown here, um, by having large cogwheel connected, and then connect that gear to a small cogwheel. Um, and we will be using that uh, very much. Um, there is an option to do a steam engine. I do not really know how to do this, but it is a much better way to create power. Um, you can basically do a Aquitus accumulator, and you can place it in an infinite water source, and then you can pipe um, some water over to the fluid tank. The fluid tank gets heated by the blaze burner, and that will create steam, which then runs the steam engine. Um, and the steam engine can turn and make power. Um, and I do believe you do have to. Um, they say use blaze burner here, um, just because it has higher firepower. Um, and you do have to feed them. Um, though I think from some other videos I've seen, you can feed them with eggs, and there's ways to make an infinite generator that it powers an egg farm, and the eggs immediately get fed to the blaze. Um, so looks like we can turn it into give it the ability to have liquid fuel. Um, but that's something for the future. Um, I do not think we need it at this time. But we can make the sifter. Um, we might have to do some farming of resources, um, but we will see. And I've already made my first mistake by not keeping a log for me to strip for the andesite casing. Um, but I need to make a lot more of these cogwheels. So let's see. Ah, that's right. We use dirt to Oop. As you can see, placing this in any section can give different kinds of wood. Um, so I think we have plenty of wood there, but we can do that. And then we can make an andesite casing. And there's a few more things we need for this. We need... Actually, we have everything for this sifter. Sifter. So, we now have the sifter. We do need to make some more sticks so that we can make the brass mesh. And we now have the sifter done. And so we can get a lot of resources from this. So we can get iron. If we do gravel through the sifter, we can get copper, zinc, gold, iron, lapis, coal, flint, and nuggets of experience. I believe we can waterlog it to, yeah, with a string mesh in a waterlogged one, we can get kelp, seagrass, and a bunch of different kinds of coral. Which we will have to get because we need to get kelp to go into nature essence, which dives into the biomancy I was talking about earlier. We also can do crushing wheels. Making 2 crushing wheels is needed for it to work, and that can get us into sand, and sand, clay, and gravel gets us grout, which brings us into seared bricks and the whole line here, the whole smeltery. I was like, why can't we get this? It's because we need redstone, and we can't. To get redstone, we need to use string mesh with sand. We can wash iron. So here's the big thing is there's a few different things we can make here, including this is going to be our way. Since we don't have access to a furnace, we won't be cooking up our ores. We will be washing them. And as you can see, the gold gives us 9 ingots, or 9 nuggets, so 1 ingot, and a chance for nether quartz. The copper gives us a chance for clay. What's that? Nickel just gets nickel. Iron gets iron nuggets and a little bit higher chance than the previous ones to get redstone dust. Silver just gives silver. Gravel gives flint and a chance for flint and a lower chance for iron. Tin just gives tin. Soul sand has a low chance for 4 nether quartz and a super low chance for a gold nugget. Zinc gives zinc and chance for gunpowder. I'm not sure. There's probably a better way to get gunpowder. It's probably going to be easier and faster to make a mob farm to get gunpowder. But maybe depending on how much gunpowder we need. I don't know why gunpowder is needed for the colossal chests, but we'll have to see, I guess. So yeah, with the currently what we need to do, let's see. I want to see if we have a builder's wand, because that would make building out. We do have builder's wands. So this will make building out much easier. But as we don't really have space for the create at the moment, I'll see if I can get enough space here. It looks like we have enough. So let's figure out how we're gonna get this set up. Biggest trouble I've had with this in the past is, as you can see, the sifter has cogs around the side. Where did my... Huh. I don't know where my small cogwheel went. I don't think I said this in the previous episode, but I want to release multiple different series. So if you have something you want to see me play, or other such suggestions on what would you like to see on the channel, I've thought about some collaboration content with some other content creators that I know. Let me know down in the comments what you would like to see. I have a pretty varied interest in games, so it's not just survival games like Minecraft. I also really like roguelikes and other such games. Um, Currently, I do play a good amount of old school RuneScape. So if you'd like to see some content of that, um, let me know. Now, we do need to make a pickaxe here, so I can pick this up. It's also fastest way to pick up the shafts. We are going to make a bunch of different sized cogwheels. I think my best way to shift the way the gears are going is to use a gear box. So as you can see with the vertical gearbox here, so it's a kind of it's a pretty hefty price for what... Oh man. Maybe it's about time to see what I can do about storage. Get rid of some of this dirt, as it will be useful later, but not at the moment. Some of this stuff that I'm not going to be using actively. We can grab the blank runes from here later. Alright, so... Oop. I did not mean to make Oak Palisades. Well, we... Oh no. I don't know why it's doing that. I will figure that out before next episode. But, huh. Here, I'm gonna make a gearbox. Once we actually have the ability to do so. That is really annoying, and I don't know why it's doing it. Oh, interesting. So I'll figure out what's causing that before next time. But now we have the andesite casing. We can make this gearbox. And this gearbox, we can flip vertical. Which means we can take this gearbox, put it here, and start placing wheels like this. But because of the nature of this location and how this works, I'm going to speed up, and I've immediately done it wrong. Yeah, we have to do this, and then that, then we can do that, that. Actually, we want to go up like that, there. Let's get a few more. We're gonna do that. Then we're gonna set a vertical gearbox on here. And then we can do a shaft down to a cogwheel, which then goes onto the sifter. Look at that speed on the sifter. And now, all I need to do is throw some gravel into it, and it starts sifting. So, yeah. And cool thing about this is it actually holds the gravel in here. It'll hold up to, I think, a 64 stack of gravel and hold all of the stuff in here. So you don't have to have, it won't get shot on the floor and then despawn. You can actually choose when you want to pick it up. Let's see. Let me see if I can make this encased fan. Because if I can make this encased fan, then we are in business. As you can see with this encased fan when I place it down, it is on the back. So I need to take preferably a small cogwheel. But as I have just run out of everything, apparently, I need to make some more shafts, make myself another cogwheel, and then I can go off of this one to do that, and then place down an encased fan. And as you can see, it is blowing, and it blows all the way up to here. As far as I know, and I think it said it in the instructions for it, there's not really a way to control how far it goes. But you can kind of stop it, as I have here. And if I get some oak slabs, I can set up a barrier so that this now pushes water. And that means if I grab all this out of here, which as you can see, we have pretty much gotten everything that we could have gotten out of that, including the nuggets of experience that were a lower chance. But if I come over here and I throw the 6 crushed iron into here, it will take a little bit of time, but it gives us, I believe it was 54 iron nuggets. Yep, 54 iron nuggets, enough for 6 iron ingots and 5 redstone. Now this redstone does lead into pipes, and the iron leads into other such things. We did already have iron before, so some of this other stuff may be a little bit more useful. But we have spent a lot of time on this episode. Very important steps in this episode. Very, very nice beginning to our infrastructure. Next episode, we will be continuing on down the create route, probably going down this way, getting to glowstone. I think glowstone's going to be our next goal. I don't think we'll achieve it by next episode. I think we will get the infrastructure up for it, and be ready to make it. But we will spend some time. I think possibly in between episodes, I will try and make. I'll make another encased fan, and throw some lava in it so that I'm not exactly sure how to make lava. I don't know if fire essence is going to be my way, or what leads into that. But we'll see how. There's definitely a way for me to get lava. I just don't remember how. So lava. There's a lava crystal here. I don't know if that gives us lava. I don't think so. But At some point, I don't know if it'll be in between episodes or in one of the future episodes, I will create a second encased fan and have a lava one with lava going, um, or maybe just one with a campfire going to be able to cook food and make other other items like that. Um, so thank you for joining me in this episode of Project Sacrifice, and I'll see you next time.